There's going to be the history of Hulkamania told through AKA the Ghost Rider. 40 years of Hulk Hogan, 40th anniversary, 1984. Hulk Hogan started in 1984. Hulkamania. Says it on the shirt, Hulkamania lives forever. Shout out once again, Uniontown, Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania. Hour 20 minutes south of Pittsburgh, the city. Sports cars, collectibles. 1984. 1984 calendar with Jimmy Snuka on it. Tagged with Hogan and Mr. T in the main event of WrestleMania, the first WrestleMania, Madison Square Garden, 1985. It's got a lot of cool stuff on here. Iron Sheik in here. Look, got the months. 1984, man, I was 5-6 years old. Hulkamania stuck around that long. Now, this goes out to the person that gave me the slick comment last night when I was saying that Hulk Hogan's more interesting now. That he does a match with John Cena at WrestleMania 40, it'll still sell out the building. He'll get a large pop like he did with The Rock WrestleMania 18 when he came back, ripped his shirt off, then became red and yellow Hulk Hogan after all them years being a black and white NWO. Hey, it could happen that way. It could go down that way. It's not that bad, you know. I got this yellow one. I got the Hollywood. You know, it's not that bad, man. You know, you gotta think of the history of Hulkamania, how they came back. 2002 with the NWO. This was a Hulk Hogan wrestling figure before Starrcade 1997, which was one of the most selling WCW pay-per-views in history. 800,000, 20 million, 2 million pay-per-view buys. You know, so this is a little bit of Hulkamania history. 40 years. Hey, we know he didn't have. It was 305 pounds most of his career. You don't want him to do flippy stuff. How could he have a high moveset when the man was so big? What did you want him to do? Yeah, he had to lay drop, the big boot, and all that other stuff. But what did you want the man to do? You know, this was Impact Wrestling. Hulk Hogan's last 2009-2010 years, when he was in Impact and he was with Dixie Carter in Impact Wrestling. I mean, you know, Hogan could come back for a couple more matches. He could do a match with Cena. He did a match with Cena at WrestleMania 40. I'm getting in the building. I don't care what I gotta do to hitchhike to Philadelphia. I'm getting in the building. I don't care if it's sold out. We all know the formation. The formation of the NWO. This is the picture I got an autograph signing years ago when Scott Hall was still alive. This was at one of the tables. You know, this is this is 1996 July when they formed the NWO. Look at all this shit in the ring. Everybody knows this shit in the ring. Now what could have happened? Vince McMahon shit on Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage when they went over to WCW, calling him the Nacho Man and the Huckster and you're old. What did he do? He came back with the badass NWO, the black and white shirts. See, Hogan didn't back down from McMahon. Hogan saved McMahon from that steroid trial. McMahon still talks shit on him. And Hulkamania is still running wild 40 years later. 40 years later, this is when Andre, look at that. Look at how many years he back and get that. People know that they would still want to see Hogan walking out of that ramp like this. And I'm not talking shit on women wrestlers. I love women. Look at the picture of that right there. But does there need to be 80 women wrestlers on a freaking show, on a roster? Hey, you know, you got to bring back nostalgia and the legends to let people know how it was and what made the business what it is today. You know, you got to show these young bucks, these millennials that want to jibber jabber on the comments down there, motherfuck you. Because you don't know about what Ghost Rider is, because Ghost Rider bring the ruck. I'll bring the ruck like Hulkamania brought the ruck in 1984, 1996, 2002, 2009. I'll bring it like Rock does. I'll bring it like Hogan does. Heavy toe to Ghost Rider, saying, shout out to Hulk Hogan, 40 years. I'm 45 years old. I was 5 years old when Hulkamania started. Still running wild. Peace.